2017 was a year that saw change in the composition of the Dare County Board of Commissioners. Although new commissioners joined the board in 2017, the group worked together to continue providing cost-efficient services to the people of Dare County and addressing important county initiatives, programs, and services.
During 2017, Rob Ross and Jim Tobin became Dare County Commissioners. Rob Ross filled the seat held by Beverly Boswell, who resigned to take a position in the North Carolina legislature. Jim Tobin filled the seat held by Marguerite Umflett, who resigned for personal reasons. 2017 was an active year for nourishment of beaches throughout Dare County. A campaign was developed by the Dare County Public Relations Office and the towns of Duck, Southern Shores, Kitty Hawk, Kill Devil Hills, and Nags Head to inform residents and visitors about all beach nourishment activity throughout the county. The campaign, known as More Beach to Love, featured a website that kept viewers informed about construction activity on a day-to-day basis. In addition to the previously authorized projects for Duck, Kitty Hawk, and Kill Devil Hills, the Dare County Board of Commissioners approved a request from the town of Southern Shores to participate in the project. The board authorized an expenditure from the Beach Nourishment Fund not to exceed $500,000. The county's Beach Nourishment Project in Buxton saw construction begin in 2017 and worked on a continuing basis to keep residents informed of the progress, including a public meeting in Buxton with the project engineer and contractor. During 2017, the county engaged in talks with the National Park Service regarding the need for beach nourishment in the village of Avon. During 2017, the board continued its strong stand in support of Dare County watermen. A resolution was adopted opposing the petition to designate special secondary nursery areas. Commissioner House attended an important meeting in Newbern regarding the petition for rulemaking. At his request, the board opposed House Bill 867, which would have a devastating impact on the local fishing industry. Vice Chairman Overman expressed concerns about the actions, structure, and function of the Marine Fisheries Commission, and the board authorized a letter to Raleigh. A settlement was announced in the Southern Flounder lawsuit, which was an endeavor in which the county participated. B. Bass Knight appeared at the board's annual retreat, at which time the board reaffirmed its commitment to the school funding formula, which both the Board of Education and the county determined to be effective in providing resources for Dare County schools. During 2017, the 5-on-5 group continued its dialogue, and the board saw John Farley replace Sue Burgess as superintendent of Dare County schools during 2017. At its retreat, the board discussed construction needs at the Dare campus of the College of the Albemarle and met with school officials to develop plans for presentation to the Capital Improvement Planning Committee. During the year, the board took a principled stand and opposed legislation proposed in the General Assembly that would make Board of Education elections partisan. And the board also sought legislative relief to allow for local control of College of the Albemarle construction projects as a way of saving taxpayer money. The board conducted a series of 4 budget workshops where important issues were tackled, including expenditures for the EMS department to meet the increased demand for emergency medical services, funding for the Board of Education, resources for inlet maintenance, 911 communications and emergency management, mandatory retirement supplements, and funding of the salary study and merit pay plan. During the workshops, unanimous consensus was expressed in giving direction to staff in preparing the budget for board approval. The board also conducted a public hearing to receive community input on the fiscal year budget. The board ultimately adopted a budget with an increase in the tax rate from 43 cents to 47 cents per $100 of valuation in order to maintain the current level of services, provide for the board's priorities as outlined in the workshops, and fund all mandated services. The Board of Commissioners responded to a series of community requests, including Hatteras Village Civic Association to use funds for multi-use paths in the village, a resolution for the League of Women Voters supporting equal rights for everyone, A walkway was named in honor of Marshall and Gussie Collins. Approved merger of Chickamaucomico Banks and Salvo Volunteer Fire Departments. Supported Southern Shores Civic Association with resolution regarding state water sampling. Supported seeking a grant opportunity for work to be done on the Salvo Cemetery. Approved Restaurant Association request to sell alcohol before noon on Sundays. Authorized a dog park in Manteo and approved up to $25,000 for its construction. After seeking community input, the board adopted a proposed zoning amendment regarding the minimum lot size requirements in Wanchese. The board supported Vice Chairman Overman in his tireless work with the Saving Lives Task Force in creating a series of town hall meetings for 2017. The board also adopted a resolution asking the state of North Carolina to provide adequate funding for the health resources that are offered by Trillium. Commissioner Shea kept the board informed about the county's economic development initiative. The board approved $25,000 for the Outer Banks Chamber of Commerce to implement the first phase of this important program. During 2017, the Dare County Board of Commissioners conducted the grand opening of the state-of-the-art facility for the Regional 911 Call Center and Emergency Operations Center. The event was attended by elected officials from Dare, Hyde, and Terrell counties, along with media and the public. At the request of Commissioner Ross, the board adopted a dog tethering ordinance to assure the humane treatment of animals. The board also voted in 2017 to update the dangerous dog ordinance to give more flexibility and remedies for dealing with potentially dangerous dogs. Preliminary flood maps were presented to the board during 2017, and a letter was sent to the state outlining the county's concerns with the flood maps. The board directed staff to work closely with the municipalities and stakeholders on the campaign to earn community rating system points. During the year, Dare County was awarded a Community Rating System Class 7 designation, which will help property owners earn discounts on flood insurance premiums. Early in the year, the board resolved at its retreat to continue its efforts to safeguard Oregon Inlet and Hatteras Inlet. This commitment was reaffirmed throughout the year as funds were appropriated for the dredging of both inlets. Additionally, a memorandum of agreement was prepared and signed for Hatteras Inlet. The board tackled a wide variety of legislative matters that were raised in the North Carolina General Assembly during 2017. In addition to the ones concerning fisheries issues and education, the board also addressed legislation that would restrict the use of occupancy taxes. In order to be effective in its legislative efforts, Dare County re-engaged the service of McGuire Woods Consulting and worked closely with the firm to represent the best interests of Dare County in the legislature. Dare County Chairman Robert Woodard proposed naming the new Pea Island Bridge in honor of Captain Richard Etheridge. The board enthusiastically supported the measure and authorized the sending of a formal application. The board also approved the expenditure of $2,000 for the administrative fee that is required by NCDOT. Although legislators in Raleigh repealed the plastic bag ban that was in place for Dare County, the Dare County Board of Commissioners took a firm stand against repeal of the ban and joined municipalities in lobbying against this action by the legislature. A construction accident at the site of the New Bonner Bridge resulted in a power outage for all of Hatteras Island. The Dare County Control Group issued a mandatory evacuation, which was lifted when sufficient power was restored and adequate services could be sustained. During 2017, a comprehensive salary study of Dare County employees was presented by the consultants and adopted by the Board of Commissioners. The Board of Commissioners supported several requests from the Tourism Board in 2017 for grant requests that provided fireworks celebrations and supported cultural and infrastructure improvements.
I am excited about the opportunity before us in 2018, and the board looks forward to working with everyone in the community to help grow and strengthen our economy and keep Dare County a beautiful and welcoming place for all. Here's wishing you all a very happy new year.